Hello? Hello? Oh, hello. Hello, fantastic. My name's Dr. Andy Cope, the UK's first ever Doctor of Happiness. Yeah, I know, get over that, all right? Here's 5 minutes of science that will change your life. Okay, back in the day, many years ago, I studied a subject called psychology at university. It was really interesting, but it was about ill people. So I spent 3 years at uni studying phobias, disorders, anxiety, depression, all that kind of stuff. Really interesting, but the assumption of traditional strands of psychology was that it was about what would go wrong with you, so we could then cure people with medication or therapy. Very good stuff, right? I knew there was something missing. I didn't know what until Loughborough University. I did a PhD, and basically this is how it goes. All right, so essentially this is the headline news, okay? So I'm simplifying it hugely, but this is, in terms of 5 minutes to change your life, this will do the trick. So if I gave you a diary this week and you kept a diary of how you feel at work, then everybody listening to this, and I plotted your feelings on a graph, everybody would have an upper level of positive and a lower level of negative, okay? So everybody, this week, something will happen that makes you feel amazing. So this is you feeling 10 foot tall and bulletproof. This is you with a smile on your face and a spring in your step and an enthusiasm. In fact, bring me a problem there and it's not a problem. I can take on the world. And also, if I analyse your feelings in the workplace and we plotted everybody on a graph, you and your work colleagues, everybody, including me, will have this week this lower level of negative. This is where you get up and goes, got up and gone. This is you when lots of sighing and tutting and a bit meh, rolling your eyes. If I can just survive today, maybe tomorrow will be better. So we all oscillate between feeling great and feeling lousy. You already know that. Well, this is essentially what I've found. If you study the population, then what you will find for various reasons is that far too many people are spending far too much of their time in the bottom third of that diagram. So actually, as a nation, we're a little bit negative, quite pessimistic, a little bit downbeat. If I say it in the other way, you'll get it straight away. What I'm suggesting is this, is that the vast majority of people are 1,000,000 miles away from feeling as great as they could. Now that's interesting. If you want to be like everybody else, then you fit into there, it's beautiful. It's not depression, depression is below the line. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what I call the curse of mediocrity. The average black and white insipid version of you that is looking forward to being happy at the weekend or on holiday or when you retire. Fine. Here's your game changer. What I found many years ago and when my PhD kicks in is that not everybody's doing the same thing. So there's a small percentage of the population that I nicknamed the 2%ers. As you can see from the diagram, they're living much closer towards the top end of their well-being spectrum. So these people have got statistically significantly more energy and more happiness on a long-term basis, not just for a day, long-term basis. They tend to say yes to things, they create opportunities, they create strong relationships, which is really powerful as well. They tend to do more in their lives. So what I decided to do back in 2005, many years ago now, was Britain's first ever proper academically driven study of the 2%ers, because here's your game changer. The difference between you at the bottom of the arrow and the top of the arrow will fundamentally change your life, okay? So, the problem, these people down here, the mood hoovers, I'm not going to spend time there, but these are the people who are stuck. They're not horrible people, they're not depressed people, they're just stuck in default can't do. Lots of rolling of eyes, tutting, and they suck the happiness out of you as well. So sometimes being a 2%er is against the odds. Now, I'm not going to give you solutions today. We haven't got time for solutions, but I want to leave you with a metaphor, and I think it's a powerful metaphor. Is that if you imagine, so I'm old, right? So back in the day, I used to watch black and white cowboy movies. Fantastic. And there was always a shootout at the end. So 20 paces, the good guy, the bad guy, 20 paces, eyeballing each other, trigger fingers are itching. Who's going to blink first? Now, if you translate that scenario and let's imagine it's you, instead of the cowboys, it's you and life. So you are there, life's 20 paces away, staring each other out. Who's going to blink first, you or life? Well, let me tell you the absolute truth. It isn't going to be life. Life isn't going to blink. Life's going to keep coming at you relentlessly, day after day. So what being a 2%er does, it doesn't change the external world. It doesn't make the sun shine. It doesn't make the emails go away. What it does, it changes your internal world here. It puts you in a much better place to deal with life as it is. Not life as you want it to be. If you're waiting for that, you'll die waiting. Life as it currently is. And so what it does, it puts you in a better place to say, okay, life, bring it on. Give me your best shot.